So for Morgan Stanley users, now it became a lot easier.
We want our fellow Americans to know that
from the Satoshi's Hive studio, welcome back to Bimblebit. I'm Damian.
I'm Andy.
And this is Shooting the Shit. Two guys sitting around a table talking about Bitcoin.
Absolutely.
We're going to lock ourselves in at our blockchain height at 945,983, always courtesy of TimeChainCalendar.com. Cool stuff coming up.
Cool stuff come up indeed. Visa takes the Bitcoin plunge.
Yeah, the FBI have released a report all about crypto scams.
And Dubai begins geopolitical shift.
Yeah, there's lots going on. We'll check out those and more coming up.
Bitcoin. If it was only that easy.
Visa launches a Bitcoin-only card with up to 3.5% in Bitcoin rewards, available in over 100 countries and over 175 million merchants.
I love that they're giving back rewards in Bitcoin.
Right.
They do it right now with the fiat crap, so why wouldn't you do it in Bitcoin?
Right on the Visa rails, right? Yeah. Exactly.
The FBI have released a report talking about crypto scams, $11.4 billion stolen from the American people in 2025. Okay, we're just going to talk a minute about self-custody. You've heard us mention it, which means it's your money. You need to be diligent when you are moving your money from a wallet to an exchange or whatever you're doing, okay? Even major CEOs have got caught and lost millions because they didn't double check, your verification and your codes and all of that. So
yeah,
self-custody, it's your money. You have to do a little bit of work with it. It's going to make money for you, but don't give it away.
Protect it.
Yep.
And Damian, just to put that in perspective, in fiat currency in 2025, there was $64 billion in scams of what they found. So again, putting it in perspective, 11 to 64,
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Dubai is moving towards a crypto government, payments through crypto.com. I mean, this isn't just adoption, Damian. This is a geopolitical shift.
Yeah. They're setting the standard.
They really are.
Yeah.
I mean, Bitcoin becoming the store of value and the worldwide currency, not far off.
No, right around the corner.
Not far off at all.
Our next segment is right around the corner as well.
It keeps climbing. We're dropping fast. 6 miles and counting. All right, lights on. Whoa, that's an entire field of Bitcoin. If it were only that easy.
So Adam Back has been in the news a lot lately. I've seen several stories where they finally know that he's Satoshi. Last week's show, we showed that he clearly denies it. No, I am absolutely not. That's right. But he has a lot of cool things to say. And in this situation, he's talking about people with Morgan Stanley. Let's check it out.
It makes it easier for people who manage their savings by calling a broker or using a brokerage account. And so for Morgan Stanley users, now it became a lot easier, right? And they have their own network, their own huge client base. And you can see it in the numbers, right? So by the end of yesterday, they bought about as much as the mined coins. So almost 450 coins in the first day, which is a very strong start.
All right. So there it is. It just shows how easy it is for ETFs. You go to if you have a portfolio, you're going to want to do it that way. But for you and me,
yes,
ShakePay. Wherever you are in the world, there are apps.
Whatever. Yes. There's lots of crypto exchanges that you can use, whatever you want. A lot of very good ones.
Yeah.
So Vice President J.D. Vance says Bitcoin will become normal.
the consistent fear that I hear is that there's still this perception that digital assets are not welcome in the mainstream economy. And let me promise you that our effort to change the policy is purely about changing that. We want our fellow Americans to know that crypto and digital assets, and particularly Bitcoin, are part of the mainstream economy and are here to stay.
So that's just them reiterating. If you have crypto Bitcoin, it is going to be accepted, as we just talked about. You know, Visa is doing it.
Yes.
Major banks are doing it.
Absolutely. It is now being accepted into mainstream finance.
Absolutely. Mainstream, baby. That's what we call it.
Mainstream indeed. Yes.
And, you know, the buying continues. Michael Saylor just came out with a huge purchase of over 34,000 Bitcoin for a mere $2.54 billion.
Billion.
Yeah.
Billion.
And you have a tidbit on Michael Saylor.
Well, it just so happens he's just surpassed BlackRock for Bitcoin.
For owning the most.
Correct. He just went, he's closing in on 800,000, but this purchase just put it past BlackRock.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Morgan Stanley just bought $120 million worth of Bitcoin. There's a lot going on with banking. We've talked about adoption. We've talked about use cases. Now let's talk about integration. With this Clarity Act coming up and almost being, finalized in the U.S., 5 banks have stepped up over the last few months and are now letting their customers, through their own ETFs, buy Bitcoin. Get a load of these numbers. You got Morgan Stanley, $1.9 trillion million under asset. Goldman Sachs, 3.6. Bank of America, 4.8. Charles Schwab, 11.8 trillion. Wells Fargo, $1.7 trillion. That's a total of almost $25 trillion assets under management. Those banks and those customers can now all buy Bitcoin through their banks. Doesn't matter. That all happened in the last, three of those 5 came on in April. They're less than 30 days old. And then one in February, one in January. Integration is now happening.
It's happening. So Saifuddin Ammous actually said something very intriguing. Bitcoin will be adopted like gunpowder. If you don't own it, you'll be the victim. I mean, that's hard punchy, but that's exactly what that was.
There you go.
Mark Moss, a Bitcoin and macroeconomic educator, says that once we know that central banks and governments manipulate currency, you'll see why Bitcoin is inevitable.
Exactly. There is no interference. Nobody runs it, and there's no third party running it. Yeah, exactly.
So let's touch base really quick. Last year in Vegas was so much fun. Bitcoin 2026 right around the corner, coming up at the Venetian in Las Vegas. That is April 27th through the 29th. 35,000 in attendance last year. I expect a whole bunch more this year. And your YYC group,
yes,
plug for them?
Yeah, absolutely. YYC Bitcoin, if you're in the Calgary area. Their next meeting is on May 9th. At the Derek Gin Mill and Kitchen, 630 8th Ave Southwest, 6 p.m. Great place to go hang out, just network with some people, some really great people, and they have all kinds of different levels of interest and knowledge and stuff. So just a really great group of diverse Bitcoiners.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, if you got an event going on, make sure you let us know about it. Bimblebit.com. Shoot us the information. We'll be sure to get it on the program. But right now is our Bitcoin event calendar.
Satoshi quotes.
Episode 11. The heat from your computer is not wasted if you need to heat your home. Satoshi Nakamoto.
We so appreciate the likes, follows, and subscribes wherever you're watching. Thank you so much. Be sure to share it with your friends. We just love talking about it. We love having you be a part of it. If you feel so inclined, check out the QR code. Any donation helps and goes right back into the program. So let's throw this one up, Jay. This is a cool picture.
It is.
16 years ago today,
you could buy 15 Bitcoin with 1 penny. That's worth over $1.1 million today, by the way.
That's remarkable. How time flies. Billionaire Tim Draper predicts that Bitcoin is going to reach 250,000 K in the next 18 months. I know everybody, providing you have Bitcoin, it is. We want to see that happen.
And Steak a Shake, this burger chain, they're giving up their employees Bitcoin bonuses.
Yeah. Bitcoin burger?
Yeah, Bitcoin burger. Now they're introducing the Bitcoin Shake.
Okay.
What flavor is it?
Well, they haven't released that information.
They haven't said it, right?
But our guess would be
orange?
Bitcoin orange.
Because they say it's going to be an orange milkshake.
So that to me goes
color-wise.
Creamsicle.
I love that flavor.
How can you go wrong? And we're going to end the program with a very sad story. Well, could be sad. We'll see how it goes. Programmer Stephen Thomas has over $530 million in Bitcoin trapped on a USB drive. So he earned these Bitcoin back in 2011 doing an educational video, but he forgot the passcode in 2012. So he has burned through 8 of his 10 allowed attempts. That means he has 2 guesses left before the contents are erratically
Well,
gone.
they're just not accessible anymore.
Jim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why when they say, okay, where is all the Bitcoin? There is a certain amount that is probably gone and lost forever and cannot be recovered.
Well, we talked about it, 5 to 7% gone already.
And even some say even up to 12 or more percent.
Yeah. So,
exactly.
Stephen Thomas, if you're out there, brother, we are pulling for you.
Man.
Meditate something. Anyway, that is it for us. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Damian.
I'm Andy.
We're just two guys sitting around a table talking about Bitcoin right here on Bimblebit.com.
Cheers, mates. Happy 420.